Hey, what's up guys, Frozen here. Today we are back with another episode of the Mira series. Today we are on Skyscraper. First off, I'd like to say thank you for all the support on the last video for the nitpicking. That did quite well for a channel of my size. But anyway, we are on Skyscraper, like I said, and we're defending T and Karaoke. So first off, we have this mirror right here. Now, this will be reinforced, obviously. And you just bandit this, and generally if you have this mirror here, you're playing your bandit in here, and all you have to do is that wall has to be reinforced as well, because they can get an angle on you, and then you can't peek the window. So what you do is you have your bandit play here, you reinforce that wall, and if anyone pushes from this side, bandit peeks out from the mirror, and if they try to open the wall behind them, you trick, and you bandit trick the wall, so you can stop them from getting in here. And the reason why holding Geisha is so important is, for one, you can see into gold, and you can open, if you have this, then you can open this wall, and then you can just get into here. But another reason why is that if you lose Geisha, then this mirror right here will probably be, well, it ends up being harder. If you're going to use this mirror as well, you have to reinforce this wall. That's just because you can get shot from the window very easily. But if they're in that hallway right there, your mirror window, they can't shoot you if you stand back, or if you just stand like here. But they can get into that hallway and they can just like deny your mirror while somebody goes up to like these stairs or right there. But this mirror is good for doing things like that. You can have right here, and you can peek the stairs, you can peek jump. Doesn't really matter. There's a couple other ways you can play this, as well as two other strats, so I'll show those right now. Alright, so now we have this setup, and now this setup basically involves giving up Geisha entirely. And when you give up Geisha entirely with this, you can save 3 reinforcements. You don't have to reinforce here, here, or here. And when you have that, it just makes it generally, you can save reinforcements, so you can reinforce this entire wall potentially. But the one problem with this mirror setup is that, for one, there's a lot of prep time, but for two, it's very heavily reliant on this one mirror. So if they have a Twitch drone or someone goes from below, and you lose your mirror window, well then you lose Geisha, and it's just a bad idea. You can potentially save it by saving another mirror window for right here, but that's only if it's a Twitch drone, because if there's someone below and you just go to put another window, they'll just open the floor again and shoot this window instead. But this is it's pretty useful. It's more of a pocket strat, because people will, it's not going to work every single time. And it's generally better just to rely on the 2 normal mirrors, but this is still a strat, and it can work in the right circumstances. So we're going to be moving over to the work office and exhibition, and we'll be there in a moment. Okay, so now we are in work office, and let me turn off my points real quick. But now we are in the work office, and for this site, you do not necessarily need a Mira. It's personal preference. And the reason for that is there aren't too many good spots that aren't exposed to this window and this wall. So, first of all, to play this site in general, you're going to want a castle. You're going to want a castle here, and you're going to want to open impact here and reinforce this wall right here. That's basically a foundation for both of these mirror windows right here. So this one is more traditional. If you use this one, this wall would be closed. So if they open this wall, then most people don't try to open this wall, but if they do, then they have an angle on either one of these windows, potentially. Most people will open this run out over here, which will prevent people from opening that wall. Usually nobody even goes for that wall. They take dragon and all that, but some people like to put the window here as well, but that window, so if that castle barricade ends up getting taken down, or even if they just open this dragon wall, then they can take out this mirror, as well as your back is exposed to here and the run out. It's supposed to both drum and terrace. But for these windows, supposing everything goes correctly, You have this window right here. Now this window lets you keep an eye on both this window and this window. And very simple, just you can peek this window, someone jumps in. You can shoot this window. And similar setup for this one, you have to open this wall. And you can see this window. You can just see this window deeper though. You can see out farther with it, which is somewhat handy to be able to see a little bit of a wider peek if there's someone out there you can peek out. But overall, both these windows are situational, and it mostly depends on how hard they push right here. Because if they open this window, put a Blackbeard or a Glass or basically anyone on it, and they open this castle barricade, then you're very limited in your options as far as moving around goes. So having a mirror window to help you peek around is quite useful. But that is it for this side up here. Now we're moving on to the bedroom down below in just a second. Okay, so for this site there are 0 good mirror spots, and that is because there are very few walls you can actually put a mirror on that are not completely exposed. You should also never be going to this site anyway, and if you're going to this site you are throwing. So yeah, we're going to be moving on to the barbecue now, which will be our final site for the map. Okay, so now we are over in the barbecue, and first off we have this mirror up here in Geisha once again, and this is because when you're defending the kitchen, it's very easy to hold kitchen just from this hatch right here, because you can see every entrance to the room. You can see the door, you can see this door, you can see the window, and you can see the wall right over there. So it's quite useful to just hold the hatch, and you don't really have to play anybody in there because of that. And to help you hold up here, you have this mirror window. You're going to generally want to put 2 people up here. And you can have the mirror window. You're going to want to reinforce this wall again. If you want to barricade it, then you barricade this one probably. But it doesn't really matter. You probably shouldn't be barricading it anyway. But that is it for this up here. Then we have one mirror down here. And it's right behind this bar. And when doing this spot though, you do need to reinforce this wall. Because if you don't reinforce it, then they can actually wallbang. If they know you're there, then they can just shoot through the wall right here, and it ends up being right on you. Or you have to get the right angle, but if you shoot open the wall, and then you can shoot right through the bar here, and this is exactly where you're standing, because here are the bullets going through, so you're just, especially if you're crouching right here, then you're just going to get headshotted. So, make sure this wall gets reinforced. As for these murder holes right here, this is situational. Generally, it's not the best idea to do, but if you do it, then you can keep an eye on anyone out on this window. You won't be able to see their heads, but you'll be able to see their chests and basically to their heads, so it makes it quite easy to get them. You can also see this window, and if you're, depending on where your rotation hole is made, if you make it right here, then I missed it, and I did. If you make it as far into this corner as it can go, then you can see this wall outside, which if they open, because generally they'll have, if they know you're gonna play here, then they'll bring a thermite and they'll open that wall very quickly. Especially because you can't bandit trick it because of the window over here. You'll just get shot most likely. It's possible because of this, but most people don't try and bandit trick that because the wall isn't even that important, because you have people at the hatch who can shoot anyone who goes to this wall. And what that'll do is it just cuts off their rotation, because if someone's watching this side over here, if someone runs past, they'll get shot from the hatch. So sometimes it can even work in your favor for them to open that wall. But that is it for this map, and that is it for Skyscraper. I hope you all enjoyed. The next map will be Coastline, which will be next Sunday, and that is it. So we'll see you all then. Peace.